Hi friends, in this session we are going to discuss the topic conceptual design with ER model. We have already gone through many topics in DBMS. If you hadn't gone through my DBMS playlist, please to go through it and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Now these conceptual design with ER model. We will see what is a conceptual design. The process of defining a high level description of the data using ER model is called conceptual design. Conceptual design is nothing but the representation which will be simple and which will be logical building and which will be user friendly is known as conceptual design. And there are different design issues that occurs, that is either to make a entity model or to attribute model or entity or relationship model or binary or ternary model, aggregation or ternary model. These kind of issues that occurs while preparing this conceptual design. So let's see each issue in detail. First we have entity versus attribute. Sometimes an entity of an entity set, attribute of an entity set, can be better represented as an entity. Suppose in this example, employee is an entity, department is also an entity. The relationship between the employee and the department is work in. Employee works in department. Work in has two forms, that is two attributes, that is from and to. These from and to can be better to write in a separate entity than two. This kind of representation makes it better understand the conceptual design. So here this example can be modified to this. Here it's not managers, it's like works in. I'm sorry for this. Here employee, duration and department are the three entities. For the three entities we have three attributes and here two attributes. These entity attribute representation is represented as an entity set representation, which is better to understand by the end users, and it is conceptually efficient. And here next we have entity versus relationship. It sometimes an object will be better expressed as an entity rather than the relation. What is this kind of definition is? Here in the below example, employee is an entity and department is also an entity. Employee and department are linked with a manage relationship. Here as we can see, manage has a sense and budget, and the budget are managed by the manager. These can be managed by a manager attribute to represent. And in the below example, here we can see employee, employee name, employee and the department are the two attributes. These employee two entities, these employee is again forming a relationship, is a relationship manager. It's manager, not manage, manager. And here we are going to give the two attributes sense and budget to the manager, as budget and sense are decided by the manager, and here manage relationship is formed between the employee and department. So by this we can observe that it is better to express a entity rather than a relationship. Next we have binary versus ternary. Sometimes a non-binary relationship can be expressed as using distinct binary relationship. Consider the given ER diagram policies with the ternary relationship. Here in the below example, employee dependent policies or the three entities that we can see here, and here we are forming a relationship that is covers. This is as there are three entities, these can be termed as a ternary relationship. Here in this definition we can observe that non-binary relationship can be expressed by distinct binary relations. What this term is, in the this example can be modified to this. Here employee dependent or the two entities and policy is also an entity, but here covers is a relation. These covers relation can be subdivided into purchasers and beneficiaries. As here the covers is not totally defining the binary relationship. So these covers is replaced by purchase and beneficiaries, that is they are subdivided into two types again, and makes a relationship separately with the three entities. This kind of problem occurs as well in the conceptual design. So in the conceptual design we tend to choose these kind of ternary relationships in our conceptual design. Next we have aggregation versus ternary. Aggregation is a term that we have already seen in the previous session in the additional features of the ER model. Now sometimes an ER diagram with aggregation can be best either expressed as ternary relation. So it states that it's better to represent a ternary relationship in the place of an aggregation. In the example, dependent, monitor, project and employee are these three entities, and monitor is a relationship between them. And here aggregation, that is uh, discriminator is present here, as we can see here, and these entities are represented with a relationship monitor. And as here there are three entities, this is a ternary relationship formed at last. Next, by this conceptual design we have some advantages, in the sense also we have disadvantages. So let's see first advantages of this conceptual representations. Visual representation is clear, that is a user can understand it better by seeing itself, and serves as an excellent tool for communication. And for the end users it will be very easy and it interactable, so that it can be modified or changed easily. Simplifies the process of designing. So the process which we use for conceptual models is easy as compared to the other models, and errors and inconsistencies are detected easily, as there are representations or the conceptually designed in a paper, it is easily identified, and inconsistency or is also can be detected easily. And adaptable to make changes in designing, that is if we make any changes, then it is adaptable, no need to make any data structure change again, that is mean no need to change the application program again. Next, provides identification for normalization. So it means conceptual design help us in the normalization process as well. It also has some disadvantages, in which sometimes over simplify complex relations. What this conceptual design do is it simplifies, if there is no need to simplify as well, it simplifies more than three times the relationship, which is not very essential and not very good practice. And no universal accepted standard, that is it won't have any representations by itself. It takes the representations of the entities, that is rectangles and squares only, but it won't maintain a standard of its own. As the size of the system grows, ER diagram become difficult to manage. Here, as the data increases, the system automatically grows, and these grows will this managed data is become very difficult at that level, as the data is increasing too much and not designed to process complex operations like triggers, procedures. So the complex operations like triggers and procedures in our database can't be managed by this conceptual designing. Okay, this is all about the conceptual design with ER model. In the next sessions, we will see more topics in the DBMS. So I have already prepared many videos on the DBMS. Please go through my playlist and watch them. And if you like the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And please subscribe to my channel so that I get motivated to do more videos for you. If you want any content or any video from my side, please do mention in the comment section so that I'll make sure to do them for you. And